Good afternoon, everybody, on this sunny Friday, bank holiday weekend. Hope everyone's going to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Not long to go until the Europa League final now. So yeah, I thought Friday, nice little early evening stream. Answer some of your questions for 25 minutes or so, 25 minutes. So yeah, big up everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining. Good afternoon, good evening. You ask me that question every single time, and every single time I say troops, bruv. Thank you, Jay. But yeah, I thought Friday evening, bank holiday weekend, evening, Brandon. Bank holiday weekend, I hope everyone's got plans. The sun's going to be shining, it's going to be nice. So I thought, yeah, before I start my weekend, let's do some questions. All right. Let's start some of these questions. Happy weekend to everybody. Good evening to everyone in the chat room. Thoughts on Ryan Fraser joining us? Says Stapes TV. Don't think that's confirmed yet, but if it does happen, I would happily accept that. I think it's an upgrade on what we have. Do you think we can sign Ziyech? Says Joel. I do, but I don't think we're going to. Do you know when Holding is back? Says Hazard. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I know he's back in training, like in the gym and that, but I'm not sure when he's actually back into playing games again. Who do we need to replace Granit Xhaka? Says Blue Minter. Anybody with a right foot, because that guy's so one-footed. As soon as you press him, he falls over, and yeah, it gives the ball away. Sergio, thank you for that, mate. And he's a nice enough lad. He just acts up on Twitter sometimes. Thank you for that, though, buddy. How much do you think our budget will be next season? Says Ahmed. I reckon. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to change dependent on whether it's Champions League or not. If I'm being honest. I think it all comes down to whether we get players out. The more players out we can get, the higher fees we can get for them, the more money we can pump back in. But I'd say about 100 to 130 million. But that's obviously with sales. Chig, good evening. Anyone not subscribed to Guna Eagle Eye, scroll back to his comment. You can subscribe. Good lad. Yeah, obviously my alerts are working again now. I know that yesterday they weren't working for most people. I don't know why. Would you take Sergio Ramos? Yes, I would. That is the type of player we need. Just a complete and utter wanker that just roughs everyone up. He scores important goals. I would take him in a heartbeat. George says, is Asano the most pointless signing? I don't know, there's been a few, mate. Miyachi was another one. Inamoto, that was another one. There's a few, mate. There's been a few down the years. Score prediction for Chelsea, says Roberto. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think we'll win. I'm not sure on the score, though, to be honest, mate. Not yet. Ask me closer to the time. Good afternoon, VP in the chat. Surviving the hurricanes in America and the floods in his town. Which of our loaned players can make a difference next season, says Youssef. Nelson for me, although I think Smith Rowe can as well, but I'd say Nelson will have more of an impact next season. The season after, I'd say probably Smith Rowe I'd loan him back out, or maybe just stick him in the first team, see how he gets on, I don't know, but if Emery ain't going to play Smith Rowe in the first team squad every week, then I'd loan him out. Should Emery raid his old club Sevilla, says Raz. No, I don't think he should, to be honest. Although there is some good players there. Good afternoon, Samuel. Is Dejani good enough for the Premier League, says Elijah. That's a good question, mate. I don't think you ever really know until they get here. You know, we've seen players like Falcao and Forlan and You know, big players, big reputations that have slapped it up in the Spanish league. They've come here and flopped. So, I don't know. Until they get here, you don't really know, really. Edward says, what do you think about Iwobi playing on the right? Do you know what? I've said that a few times, actually. I think he would be better on the right. He could actually go past a man without cutting in and actually whip a cross in. Whereas on the left, he has to keep cutting back inside. How long before you can quit your job and go full-time on YouTube, says Jay. Not yet, mate, not yet. I don't know how long, to be honest with you, but not yet. Bobby says, who would you keep? Who would you rather keep, Lacazette or Torreira? I'd say Laka. Are you looking to do YouTube as a full-time job, says PKM Media? To be honest with you, probably yes, I'll be honest. Probably yes. Sergio, thank you again, mate. Thoughts on the awful Pulisic interview? Do you know what? That was a disgrace what Sky Sports did to that guy. For anyone who hasn't seen it, they basically, the Sky Sports reporter sat down in front of Pulisic and basically just quizzed him. Not just one question, but multiple questions about Jadon Sancho. And it's like, come on, man, this guy's just signed for Chelsea for 58 million quid. Why don't you ask him whether he wants to win the Premier League or what he hopes to achieve at Chelsea or whether he thinks he can start every week and stuff like that? Why not ask him that? Seriously, man, the media in this country are a joke. If Arsenal wasn't a team, who would you support? Says God's Hype 319. Who would I support? I'd probably retire from being a football fan, mate. I can't answer that, man. I ain't got another team, to be honest. I do watch other teams, but nah, man, I can't pick a team. Worst Arsenal player ever, in your opinion, says Zach. Mustafi's not far away. Worst Arsenal player. I don't know, there's a few, man. Gus Caesar was one. Mustafi's up there. Stepanovs could be up there. Yeah, there's a few. Francis Jeffers was better than Lacazette. Yeah, just not a football. Do you remember David Hillier? Yes, I do. Do you follow cricket? Not really, to be honest. I don't mind a bit of 2020 cricket because that's a bit exciting, but Test match cricket, how can a game last 5 days? Like, what's that all about? What championship team do you like the most, says Chig? I'd say Derby County. Derby County for me. I hope they come up. MD says, what do you think of Wenger's latest interview? I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Yeah, I'll swerve that question, mate. This was a guy that was supposed to be back in work in January. Ryan Fraser, Ben Chilwell and Sarr would be perfect, says Khalid. I'd take all three of them. They'd instantly make us better. Thoughts on the new Arsenal kits? If they're real, then I'm getting both of them. I think they're both brilliant. What about Tierney? Says Mikhail. Yeah, I think he'd be a lot cheaper than Chilwell because he's on a lesser contract in terms of length. So yeah, I'd be happy with that. Thoughts on Aubameyang wanting to be a legend at Arsenal? Mate, apologies, I can't even pronounce your name. I do apologise. I'm not even going to try and butcher it. He ain't got long to become an Arsenal legend, that's for sure. Where do you sit at Arsenal? I sit in block 113. I sit in North Bank, mate, block 10. I actually stand because they let us stand, so the stewards there are cool. Tierney is injury prone. Yeah, he is, to be honest, but I don't know, man. Like, the thing is, Chilwell's better than him, I think. And obviously Chilwell's doing it in a harder league. But Chilwell's contract's ridiculous. I think he signed like a 6 or an 8 year contract or something. Will you be vlogging at games, says MD. No, I won't. I won't ever vlog games, mate. Best away fans at the Emirates this season, says Packed Mouse. I'd say Bournemouth. They were still going mad. And Huddersfield, to be fair. Stapes TV, come and hook me up next season, man. We'll meet up for a pint at half time. But yeah, Huddersfield fans were good, but Bournemouth, they were 5-1 down and they were still singing. And it was like, you know, they were louder than our fans. Half of our fans left when Lacazette scored the 5th. Lee, will Kroenke go to our friendly in the USA, says Phenomenal Empire. I reckon he will. I reckon he'll go to him. Lee says, you have a great name. Thanks, Lee. So do you. Do you hang around with any of the lads from a.f.c? No, I don't, mate. Only on games and stuff like that. But no, I don't. Do you live in London? Says Joey. No, I don't. I live in Milton Keynes. Let's get rid of this idiot. Always one that pipes up every day, isn't there? Who is your second favourite team? Arsenal ladies. Do you think it is crucial for us to get to big signings, says Maximus? I don't, to be honest with you. I don't. We've gone down the route over the years of trying to buy a name, like an Ozil and a Aubameyang, a Laka, players like that, a Sanchez. I think maybe now it's time to just go and buy some lesser names, if that makes sense, and go and actually get a bit of fight and determination in the team rather than a top class name. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I would do. Man United or Chelsea? Neither. Would you support safe standing at the Emirates, says Sniper? Yes, I would. How long does it take me to get to the Emirates? From my house, about an hour, depending on the M1 and the traffic in London. Cheers for that, Ali. Thank you. Kind words, mate. Are you having Stella or Foster's? I'm on the Foster's today. Do you think we should raid Leicester? Says Jabi. Yeah, I do. I do, actually. I think they've got some fantastic players. So yeah, I would go after Maguire. I'd go after Maddison. Obviously Tillemans is on loan there, but I'd go after him as well. By the end of the transfer window, how many players do you think we will get, says Abdul? I think we'll sign 6 this summer, mate. Where did you buy that couch, says Liam? I got it from Next. Lacazette better than Firmino. I think that's what you meant anyway. It's a typo, but I think you meant Firmino. I actually think Firmino is the most underrated player, man, like in the Premier League. He is such a baller, it is unreal. Right, nearly 250 people watching. Please whack a like on the video. There's only 45 likes so far. Ali says, would you rather England win a World Cup or Arsenal win the Champions League? Mate, I can't stand international football. It is boring as hell, mate. So that's Arsenal all the way. Have you ever been to the MK Dons Stadium? I have, but not for a game. I went for my girlfriend's Christmas party a few years ago. Top scorer next season, says Reza. What, for Arsenal or Premier League? If it's Premier League, then Aubameyang's got to be in contention. Arsenal, it'll be Aubameyang. Thierry, thank you very much for that, mate. Appreciate it. Have you ever seen Avengers Endgame, says Harry. No, I've never watched any of them films. I've never watched, what's that programme everyone's been banging on about? I can't even say the name of it, I don't know it. What's the programme everyone's been banging on? Game of Thrones. Never watched it, never will. Lozano for 35 or Fraser for 30 million. Lozano. I think he's brilliant. Yes, Maureen, it was Game of Thrones I was on about. I've never watched it. Everyone's been banging on about it. Lee don't do films. You're right, Chig, I don't. I barely watch TV, let alone films. Something needs to get my attention very quickly for me to actually get engrossed in it. If it don't, I get bored and switch it off. Thank you, Al, for that. Appreciate it, mate. What are the donations for? Says Patrick Morris. Mate, they go towards equipment, stuff like that. Lights, camera, mics, Mac, anything you can think of. Do you rate Ndombele, says Delboy. I do, but I don't think he's worth 80 million quid, if I'm being honest, mate. Al says favourite game of the season. For Arsenal, I'd say the favourite game was Spurs at home. Yeah, I know I'm on the Fosters, man, but I don't want to get wasted, so that's why I'm not on the Stella. Yeah, favourite game of the season was Spurs at home for me. I thought that was brilliant. It was just, it had everything, literally everything. There was, you know, red cards. There was like the fans were on it. There was Tottenham players winding the fans up. So yeah, it had a bit of everything. Great goals, and obviously we won. Best game I've watched this season outside of Arsenal was probably Liverpool against Barcelona the other week. I thought that was just unbelievable what happened in that game. What do we think of Spurs? Shit, Bear, that's what we think of them. Am I a hooligan? No, I'm not. I'm not, Jordan. Do I look like I can fight? I'm a lover, baby, not a fighter. What is your job besides YouTube? I harass people for double glazed windows, mate, door to door. Use the donations for a new haircut. Yeah, good one, Charlie. Mate, my hairline's gone back to the Invincible era, bruv. Like, literally, it is just not happening. Maybe I could use some hair transplants. Do you rate Henderson, says Roy the boy. Do you know what? I do rate him. He's properly underrated, man. But there's a reason he's captain of Liverpool. Let's say we have £120 million. Who would you buy? Says Hain. I hope I pronounced your name right. Who would I buy? I'd buy Maguire. That would cost what, 50? I'd leave 70 million. I'd go and buy Lozano. I'd go and buy Fraser as well. So yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd buy them three if I had 120 mil. Do a house tour. I'll do that another day. I ain't doing that today. I've got my daughter's in the bathroom right now, so I couldn't do that. When you gonna smile? I smile all the time, man. What do you think our lineup will be next week? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'll probably go into that nearer the time. Grow your hair like Simon out of the In-Betweeners. No. No, no, no. Please smash a like on the video. 300 people watching. Only 95 likes. Favourite pundit. This is going to be controversial, but Graham Souness. I think he just says it how it is. Real Madrid or Barcelona? I can't lie, I prefer Barca. I love Messi, man. 11 Iwobi's or one Messi, says Marquez. One Messi, mate. Do you like KFC or McDonald's? No, I don't eat either. They're disgusting. Do you have any pets? Nope, I don't, Ed. Leno or check. Leno for me, mate. Jordan, have you got a season ticket for next season? Not yet, mate. I loaned one last season. I'm looking to do that again. Big up Turkish in the house. If you ain't subscribed to Turkish TV, go and do that as well. And Guna Eagle Eye as well. Both of them are in the chat. Just click on their icon and you can subscribe straight to them from the chat. Are you going to do Turkish? You're a joker, man. I've just seen your comment. Are you going to do a show with Turkish next season? Yeah, man. I'll do a show with you, bruv. That's cool. Phil Jones or Mustafi, says Mohammed. Phil Jones. Watch along for the final. No, I'm doing one on a.f.c, mate. So that's where I'll be doing it. Yeah, on it, man. Text me Turkish. Favourite TV show? I don't really watch a lot of TV, you know, right? But I know I'm going to sound like wrong in saying this, yeah? Real Housewives of Cheshire. That programme is lit. Me and my missus love that. So yeah, that's probably my favourite. I do like 24 hours in police custody. That's good. Can't pay, take it away. So stuff like that, man. Watch Line of Duty. Do you know what? People keep telling me that, Dale. Everyone keeps telling me watch Line of Duty. Yeah, Callum, thank you for that, mate. I think I'm sorting it this week coming. I've got 2 possibilities, but yeah, just I'll DM you if I need it, mate. Yeah. Thank you. Favorite non-Arsenal YouTuber? True Geordie. Love watching his podcast, man, where he sits down with people, like not just football ones, but I think like he did one with some London gangster. That was the best podcast I have ever watched in my life. That was mad. Watch Game of Thrones. Nah, man, I ain't got that kind of time on my hands, to be honest with you, Jack. Some of these comments. Rate Unai Emery this season. I think he's been all right, you know. I think he's actually done pretty well. 7 out of 10. Why are you like all asking me about DT, man? I am not his wife or his husband or anything like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not attached at the hip. We see each other at games. That's it. Marble Halls TV. Do you still hang out with Tony from SW6 Chelsea chat? No, I don't, mate. I don't. Do you like sidemen? Not really, mate, no. Says Zane. Give up on Arsenal and go and watch Game of Thrones. My daughter's not sitting there going, no, what are you talking about? Are you going to be live for the final? I'm doing a live stream on AFTV. Watch along on there. Any chance of resurrecting the deals for Perisic and Carrasco this summer, says Ishak. I think Perisic, nah, don't want him. He was too old when we were linked with him in January. Carrasco, I'll take that in a heartbeat, mate. Thoughts on Mark Goldbridge, says the Doodle Guy Gamer. I think he's hilarious. Proper funny, and I don't think he realises how funny he is, which makes it even funnier. Do you like the end game? I don't know what that is, mate, to be honest. MD, thank you for that, mate. Appreciate it. Do you rate Joel Campbell or Lucas Perez? Joel Campbell, no. Lucas Perez, I did. I'm shocked he never played as much as he did. And then obviously we sold him for next to nothing. So yeah, that was another master stroke, wasn't it? Tupac or Eminem? Tupac all day long, a real football fan. Bruv, you ask me that question every single day, man. Seriously, about was I in a newspaper in the 90s? I answered it yesterday. I was on the back page of my local newspaper for scoring a goal from the halfway line. I must have been about 10. Would you rather bring back Alexis or Van Persie, says Mikhail. Alexis. Do you play an instrument? No, I don't, Brian, I don't. Proper box-to-box midfielder you'd like to see at Arsenal, says Krishna. I don't know if he's box-to-box, but I'd say Ruben Neves. I think he's class, man. But I wouldn't say he was a proper, like, old-school box-to-box midfielder. Who am I doing the watch-along with, says Q Ahmed. I'm not too sure, to be honest, mate. I won't find out until next week. Have you ever done the full beard look? Mate, it took me about a week and a half to grow that. So no, never done the full beard. It's itchy as fuck now. Do you watch rugby league, says Charlie. No, I don't, mate. Do you play PUBG Mobile League? No, I don't, Mohammed. What is the most hostile fans you have come up against? That's a good question. Bolton. When we used to play Bolton away was never a nice trip, put it that way. Who would your next manager be if Unai gets sacked, says MSM25? It'd have to be Allegri. I'd even take Jose Mourinho. People are going to go mad at that, but I would. I'd take him. He's a winner. Everyone bang the like button for me, please. Not even 150 likes on this so far. Nearly 370 people watching live as well. So thank you to everyone watching. Damn, no Mourinho. Do you know what? I'd only take him for a couple of years and then kick him out. But we'd win everything in that couple of years. Safe standing at the Emirates, says Static. Yes, I'd take that in a heartbeat, mate. Although the block I'm in, and pretty much all of the North Bank lower, they let you stand. They don't mind, to be honest with you. Favourite moment as an Arsenal fan? Probably winning the league at White Hart Lane, mate. Although Anfield 89, it was up there, but I was only 7, man. So I can remember it. I can remember my old man letting me stay up and watch it on TV. But obviously I was only 7 years old, so it didn't really sink in what had happened until I got older and learnt more about the club. Andrew Gasser says, attending university graduation but listening to Lee. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Do you think Liverpool will win the Champions League? Yes, I do. Am I scared for the final? No, I'm not. Worst signing that you thought would be a great signing, says Yed. I hope I've pronounced your name right. Mesut Ozil, by a country mile. What do you think of FIFA 19? It is the most trash FIFA I have ever played. Don't remind me of 89, says VP. Mate, mate, every time I watch it back, yeah, it's mad. It is just mad what we done up there that night. Do you play football yourself? No, I don't, Brian, I don't. I'm way too old for that. Do I respect Wenger? I respect him for leaving. But, nah, ask me in a couple of years' time, I'll probably have a different opinion. But, nah, he still angers me, man, just hearing him. How old am I? I am actually going to be 37 next month. 5th of June. Thank you, Ventus, for that, my friend. Do you think we can get Pepe? If so, what are the chances? I think we can get him, but I'd say it's probably 30%. Obviously, every decent sized team is going to be in for him, and they can probably pay more money. But it depends what report you read. It says anywhere between 43 and 70 million quid. I don't think he'll go for 70 million, but I think he will go for more than Wilfried Zaha. Right, I'm going to do a couple more questions and I'm going to get out of it. Please stick a thumbs up on the video. Do you think we will win the Europa League final, says George O'Brien. Yes, I do. I think we will win it. Kane or Aguero? I love Aguero, man. Aguero all day long. No blood brothers for me then. No, Jeffrey. Favourite show of all time? Ooh. I'd have to say the A-Team. The A-Team was banging when I was younger. That and Biker Grove. Them two, man. I used to love them programmes. Aubameyang or Firmino? Aubameyang. But I think Firmino's the better player. I think Aubameyang's just for his goals. Are you hopeful of a positive window, or will it be same old Arsenal, says Just Zach? I'm positive, to be honest with you. Oh, Only Fools and Horses. How could I forget that, man? Khalees Khan, nice one. Yeah, Only Fools and Horses was banging as well, man. All three of them programmes. Opinion on a.f.c. in general, says Nekansu. I hope I've pronounced your name right. Do you know what? I think it gets a lot of like healthy stick. I think a lot of people just use it as an excuse, but a lot of people that batter it and bash it and kick off about it ain't got no confidence to actually go and appear on it themselves and try and change their, the process, because they just see some people going on there that they don't like and they think that everyone's the same. So, why don't they go on there and try and change the perception of it? Instead, they just sit on Twitter hating on it. At the end of the day, a lot of people also are very jealous that that somebody had the idea and set it up. So, yeah, there's my thought process on it. Invincibles are winning the Champions League. Champions League. Do you trust Raul and Vinay? I don't trust Vinay. I do trust Raul, though, I think. Vinay seems a little bit Gazidis-esque. Right, I'm going to do a couple more. We'll go to 35 minutes. That's 2.5 minutes. Where do you think we will end in the league next season? Says Daniel. I think we'll get top 4. Favourite ever Arsenal kit, says Curtis. Bruised Banana. That kit was lit. Messi or Ronaldo, says Kushik. I hope I pronounced your name right, mate. Messi. I love Messi. I think Ronaldo's all about himself. Messi would square an open goal to his mate in the team. Ronaldo would score it himself because that's the sort of person he is. Best pubs in Finsbury Park. Probably the 12 pins in the Tolly, mate. Do you play FIFA Ultimate Team? Yeah, I'm currently 3 wins, 2 losses this weekend league, man. I've had a mare. I was 3-0. I just lost to the most awkward player I have ever played in my life, and I battered him. But you know what happens on this game, man. Everyone's got a chance. My 9-year-old daughter sat there's got a chance, and she's never played it. Robbie will buy YouTube next year. Yeah, FIFA is trash, Hassan. It is garbage, mate. But you know what? I'm just coming onto it, yeah. I think that with FIFA, a lot of these pro players and stuff like that, the pro players and the high-end YouTubers, the top-tier YouTubers that have got millions of subs, mate, they need to go out there and actually sit down, because they've all got access to these people at EA Sports. They need to sit down and actually do something about the game, but instead they don't. They sit on their channels and they promote the game. Obviously, they're getting kickbacks out of that, otherwise they wouldn't be promoting the game, let's be real. No coincidence that certain YouTubers pack unbelievable packs every time they open a pack, is it? Let's be real. You know, for a friend of mine, his brother's done about 12 grand on this game, this FIFA, and he's only ever packed one icon out of 12 grand's worth of FIFA points. I weren't talking about Bateson, by the way. But yeah, I think the game's rigged. I think there's definitely momentum on it. You know, yesterday I played a game, absolutely battered the guy. I'm 1-0 up. I've got a penalty. He saves it. The game's running quick. It's running fast. My internet's running fine. And then as soon as he saves the penalty, all of a sudden the game's sluggish, slow. My players can't pass, and his players are 100 mile an hour. He goes on and wins the game, and that happens every 2 or 3 games. So yeah, definitely rigged. What do you think about Theresa May resigning? Didn't know she had, mate. Don't care. I have no interest in it whatsoever. They're all corrupt, every single one of them. They all tell you what they want to hear, what they want you to hear, and then they all change their minds and do what they want anyway. That's why I don't vote. Pro Evo or FIFA, says Raz. FIFA, but it's still CAC. I'm on Xbox. Right, 2 more questions and I'm going. Please stick a thumbs up. Not enough likes on this video yet. Thank you to the 364 people watching live. Dream manager for Arsenal, Pep Guardiola, mate. Favourite artist? Favourite artist? Probably Rick Ross, man. I like Rick Ross. How tall am I? Says Khalees. I am 5'10". Worst player in the Premier League, Mustafi. How many players do you think will sign? I reckon about 6. Lee is scared to play a FIFA match against me. Celtic or Rangers? Rangers. Best Arsenal player of all time, Dennis Bergkamp. Right, I am getting out of here. All have a wonderful, wonderful evening. It's bank holiday, so go and let your hair down. Obviously, if you're in England, it's bank holiday. And yeah, thank you to everyone watching. Thanks for the donations as well. I appreciate it. Please put a thumbs up on the video. And there will be no 9 o'clock video tonight. I am having a chilled evening tonight. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning with the daily transfer update, and then I'll do another live stream tomorrow afternoon around the same sort of time. So all